Hobbies. You know, those things we like to do when we have nothing else better to do. The things that we like to do that give us joy or occupy our time with some kind of reward at the end. Recently, my wife brought it to my attention that I have too many hobbies, and I laughed because I thought, no, I don't. I don't hardly have any hobbies. I only have maybe one or two. But then I started thinking about it, and the more I thought about it, she's right. I actually do have quite a few things that I'm interested in. I wouldn't necessarily call them hobbies because I jump from one thing to the next. I'm kind of totally engrossed into one of them for about a month or so, and then something sparks my interest. I read something, I see something, I talk about something, and all of a sudden I switch gears and I'm all about this thing now. Right now I would say my biggest hobbies, playing Texas Hold'em online. I really enjoy that. I've been playing poker, Texas Hold'em for maybe about 10 years or so. I really enjoy comics. Comics is probably one of the newest things that I've kind of gotten back into. I would say about 20 years since I bought a comic and actually was reading comics, and I'm really back into that right now. I picked up quite a few new books to start reading and kind of catch up on. Some of them are no longer being printed, so the series is ended, so I'm just going to read the series. Other ones are ones that are ongoing that are still my favorites that I'm just going to kind of pick up where I left off. So poker, comics, dirt bikes. I've been riding dirt bikes my entire life. I started riding when I was about 13. I raced when I was in high school, and I stopped riding when I started college and started riding again probably maybe 4 years ago. I don't do it often enough, and I think really what comes down to that is that I personally don't have a dirt bike, even though my dad says I do. He has two. He has my old one that he's completely rebuilt and put like a crap load of money into, which I no longer feel is my bike anymore because he's put so much time and money into it. And then he has a bike that he bought last year because it was just a smoking deal. A friend of the family's was selling it. It was a smoking deal. He knew the bike was in good shape, so he picked it up. So he has two bikes. I get to ride whenever I want, but because it's not here, because I'm not necessarily paying for it, I feel less inclined to just go and ride, right? It's kind of more of a bigger deal to ride. And then there's just the casual sports watching. You know, I'm really into football this year, more so than ever before. I mean, I'm definitely a Cardinals fan, but I don't really know that much about the team and the players. You know, I know maybe a handful of players off the top of my head, their position, their numbers. I'm trying to get more into it, right? But because I'm not that into it as far as sports, I don't watch ESPN, I don't go to ESPN's website, I don't know what's going on with all the players. It makes it a little more difficult for me to kind of follow along. That's what I have Jack for. Of course, there's the UFC. I've been watching the UFC now for maybe 5 or 6 years. I really enjoy that. A couple years I was really into it. I was actually following, reading news, kind of like a sports team. I was really reading the news, what was going on. And over the last year or two, it's kind of fizzled out because I keep missing the pay-per-view event. Google Reader, right? RSS, as silly as that might sound, that is a big hobby of mine. I really thoroughly enjoy reading people's blog posts and watching their videos. I'm a video blogger, and so I enjoy watching people's video blogs like this, where it's just you know, talking head, talking about what's going on. There's maybe a handful of people that I really I don't miss any of their videos because I just love them that much. But my number one hobby would be making videos. I really enjoy making videos, whether they're talking heads like this, or videos with my kids, or just random moments that I catch when I'm out and about, because I try to carry a camera with me at all times. The new iPhone definitely helps with that because I pretty much have my phone with me at all times, and that shoots video. So the question I have for you guys is, what are your hobbies? What are your favorite things that you like to do in your pastime when you're not working, when you're not spending time with the family? Because I don't consider spending time with my kids a hobby, right? Because a hobby is something you can drop. A hobby is something that you can stop doing, you take time off from doing, or perhaps you have to schedule time to do it. Your kids are with you for life, and it's something that the day you chose to be a parent, you have an obligation to fulfill. So I don't consider that to be a hobby. So what are your hobbies? What do you enjoy doing? And this is day 3 in New November.